jacobcullip here, and welcome back to another video on the jacobcullip YouTube channel and the game week 16 predictions for the 2020-21 Premier League season. So, hope you guys had a Merry Christmas and looking forward to the new year. Hopefully this 2021 will be a better year than 2020. Hopefully, because 2020 hasn't been a great year for anyone, to be honest. But what a game week 15, absolutely amazing, and some really unpredictable predictions happened in there. But yeah, let's review match week 15 before we get into match week 16, as we always do. So let's start with Leicester versus my team, Manchester United. I said we're going to win 2-1, a cagey game. It was 2-1 until the 81st minute when an Axel Twinsivi own goal went in and the game ended 2-2. But when you look, but I was angry, really angry at the time, because we conceded that goal. We were 1-0 up, and then they came back 1-1, then 2-1, so we led twice. But looking back at the results of this game week, perhaps it wasn't a bad point for Leicester as well, and for us. So that ended 2-2. I said 2-1, but it ended 2-2. Aston Villa versus Palace. I said Villa were going to win 2-1. Ended up being 3-0 to Aston Villa, even though they were down to 10 men. Crystal Palace did not take advantage when Villa went down to 10 men with Tyrone Mings being sent off. Fulham versus Southampton. I said Southampton were going to win 2-0 at Craven Cottage. Ended up being a 0-0 draw, and Southampton had 2 goals disallowed, so I would have got the 2-0 victory, but both goals got disallowed, so another point for Fulham, and I think that's the 3rd draw in a row. Arsenal versus Chelsea. I thought Arsenal were going to continue their dismal run of form. I said it was going to be 3-1 to Chelsea. I got the scoreline right, but it was the other way round. It ended up being 3-1 to Arsenal. And yeah, Jorginho missed a penalty. That could have been 3-2 for Chelsea. Abraham got it back to 3-1, but in the end, ended up being 3-1 to Arsenal, and a fantastic performance, and some brilliant performances from Saka, Smith Rowe. And some brilliant performances for Arsenal, and this could start a kick run of form that Arteta really needs. Manchester City versus Newcastle. I went for the safe option for Manchester City 3-0 win, but ended up being a 2-0 win, so not far from that. Don't need to talk about anything else. I didn't think anything was going to happen. And then a City win, and I was correct, and I was 1 goal out. Sheffield United versus Everton. I said, what did I say? I said it was going to be a 2... Oh, I said it was going to be a 3-0 win to Everton. I thought they were going to blast Sheffield United away, ending up, I think it was 3-0, wasn't it? Jeez, I can't read this. I can't read this paper. It's actually unbelievable. I can't even read my own handwriting. Oh, Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas. But I thought, let's just go with that. I thought it was going to be 3-0 to Sheffield United, Everton, but ended up being 1-0 through a late Gylfi Sigurdsson goal with 10 minutes to go, and yet another loss for Sheffield United, and it is now the joint worst start to a season in all top 4 leagues in history. Leeds versus Burnley. I said it was going to be 3-1 to Leeds, ending up being a cagey 1-0 win for Leeds, so not bad there, but way out on that prediction. At least Bamford scored for my FPL. That's a little positive from that. West Ham versus Brighton. I said West Ham are going to win this one because they've been in a good run of form lately. I said they're going to win 3-1. Ended up being 2-2. Brighton led twice, but also let the lead slip twice. But they really need a win, Brighton, at this stage. And they've got a hard fixture coming up in game week 16. Wolves versus Spurs. I said Spurs were going to get back to winning ways for a 3-1 victory. Ended up being 1-1. And Ndombele scored in the first minute of the game, and Saiss levelled it with 10 minutes to go. So another drop points for Spurs. Liverpool versus West Brom. Absolutely no one saw this coming. Ended up being 1-1. Sadio Mane scoring in the 12th minute, and you thought, and especially the first half, it was a brilliant first half performance from Liverpool. Outstanding. But West Brom under Sam Allardyce showing what they can do. He's only been a week in charge, but defending absolutely brilliantly defending. And then ending up scoring through Ajayi in the 81st minute, in the 81st minute, and held on for a 1-1 draw. And it was a fantastic save from Sam Johnson. Sam Johnson, one of our own, former Manchester United player. Brilliant save from the header of Roberto Firmino late on to deny Liverpool another late victory at Anfield. So it ended up being 1-1, but Liverpool, they could have gone back to 5 points clear, but now they're only 2 points clear at the top of the table, and you just can't predict this league. I just can't predict a winner at the moment. It's so unpredictable. Even we could win it, and probably not. But anyway, that was game week 15. You're here for game week 16 predictions, and let's get into the first one, which is a 3 o'clock kickoff in not too much time. It's currently 12:15, and it's a 3 o'clock kickoff. I think all the games are on Amazon Prime this game week, so make sure you have Amazon Prime to watch whatever game you want, or whatever fan you are. Tell me what fan you are in the comments who's watching this. I'd like to know, any of my Man United brethren. But Crystal Palace versus Leicester, the 3 o'clock kickoff today. There's 3 fixtures today, just to let you know. Crystal Palace, really bad run of form. 2 losses in a row, losing 7-0 to Liverpool, then losing 3-0 to Palace on Saturday. Leicester, brilliant away from home. Only lost 1 game away from home, and that was at Anfield against Liverpool. And I'm going to go for another Leicester victory. I'm going to go for 2-0 to Leicester at Selhurst Park this afternoon. Chelsea versus Villa. Contrasting form here. Chelsea lost 3 games away from home now after that loss to Arsenal, but they're brilliant at home. There's a bit of pressure on Lampard now. He's blaming his players in the post-match interview. Aston Villa beat Crystal Palace. Trying to remember who they did, but Villa have been absolutely brilliant this season. That 7-2 wasn't a fluke against Liverpool. They've been in fantastic run of form, and they're in the top half of the table. But Chelsea are fantastic at home, especially at Stamford Bridge. And I'm going to go for a 3-1 Chelsea victory against Aston Villa to come back from that horrible Arsenal defeat. This could be one of the standout fixtures for game week 16. Second place Everton against sixth place Manchester City, and Everton 4 wins in a row, and Manchester City in brilliant form as well. This is going to be a very end-to-end game. Calvert-Lewin versus Aguero, that could be a very interesting game. But I'm going to go for a very narrow Manchester City 2-1 victory to continue their brilliant run of form, and they could be back in the title picture. Then going on to Tuesday's games. The first one is Brighton versus Arsenal. Brighton just can't get a win anywhere. Draw FC, they just keep on drawing. Arsenal, brilliant performance against Chelsea at the Emirates, but these are the games they need to start winning and climbing up the table. But I think Arsenal are going to win this game and beat Brighton by 2-0 and get their first ever victory at the Annex. Little fun fact. Burnley versus Sheffield United. Relegation battle 6-pointer this is, but I'm going to go for a narrow 1-0 Burnley win, because Burnley did not play that bad against Leeds United, a bit unlucky in that game. So I'm going to go for a 1-0 Burnley win and condemn Sheffield United to another loss, which will be their 14th. Southampton versus West Ham. I think this is going to be a really close game. Danny Ings out for Southampton. West Ham got a point against Brighton, coming back twice from behind, so I'm going to go for another draw in this game. I'm going to go for a 1-1. West Brom versus Leeds. West Brom, brilliant second half performance against Liverpool, getting a well-deserved point. Leeds, you could say a bit lucky against Burnley with that penalty from Patrick Bamford, because they didn't do anything else in that game, but Nick Pope did make a brilliant save. I think it was from Pablo Hernandez. It was a brilliant solo run and a brilliant diving save from Nick Pope. But I think Leeds are I wouldn't be surprised if... I said in the Premier League predictions, I would not be surprised if West Brom actually stay up. And who's right? It might be this guy. But I wouldn't be surprised if West Brom do anything in this game. But I'm going to go, for now, a 2-1 narrow Leeds win. Manchester United versus Wolves. Getting a 2-2 victory last time out. Wolves getting a 1-1 victory last night against Spurs. I think this is going to be a really, really close game, because contradiction form, we're brilliant away from home, but not great at Old Trafford. But the last time we were at Old Trafford, we did beat Leeds by 6-2. But I think, I'm going to go for a Manchester United 2-1 victory. I'm predicting loads of narrow victories, but I think we're going to win this game 2-1. Spurs versus Fulham. This is Wednesday. Wednesday I'm trying to think. Tuesday. Was it Thursday? I can't remember. I can't remember the stupid days and when these are on. But next game is Spurs versus Fulham. Spurs still haven't won a game in 5 games? I think the last game they won. Was that against? Who was that against? Arsenal. I think it was against Arsenal the last time they won. But Fulham 3 draws in a row as well. Could get a draw from this game, but I think Spurs are going to bounce back from their horrible results lately. I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory. Last game, Newcastle United versus the champions Liverpool. Newcastle. Who did Newcastle? Oh yeah, Manchester City. I was trying to remember who they play. Oh my god, my brain. Christmas. I'm still Christmas in my head. But losing 2-0 last time, Newcastle United against Manchester City, and they've not been in brilliant run of form lately. Liverpool, a 1-1 draw against West Brom. Jurgen Klopp admitted it was their own fault that they drew 1-1, so he's taken the flak for the players. Good manager, Jurgen Klopp. But I think they're going to bounce back from that horrible result and stay top of the league in this game week. But I'm going to go for another narrow 2-1 victory. So what do you guys think of those predictions? What do you guys think of my horrible remembering skills? Make sure to put your predictions in the comments. Make sure to subscribe for the Jacob Cullip YouTube channel. Follow my socials that are linked down in the descriptions. Remember guys, you need to be yourself. You can't be no one else. I've been Jacob Cullip. And yeah guys, peace. And I'll be back for Friday for the Premier League predictions for game week 17, the final game week before FA Cup weekend. And as I said, you guys, you need to be yourself. You can't be no one else. I've been Jacob Cullip. And yeah, guys, peace.